Welcome vegans, we have Specialized. Are they taking note of Durianriders' advice? Look at that, 4832. Subcompact. The Diverge. I've got another review coming up. I reviewed one a year and a half ago, January 2015, 2014, whatever it was. Good bike. I didn't like, though, how the gearing was really, like, it's for crit racing. It's meant to be an adventure bike, but you got gears for crit racing. A 5011 is a big gear. I've raced Div 1 crits of a 5011. And people, I don't know anybody who's not yet a fucking World Tour sprinter who can spin out a 5011 on a flat crit sprint. Do you know anybody who can spin it out? 130, 140 cadence is spinning it out. 1500 watts. I don't know anybody who can do that. But we have the Diverge used to come with the 50s. But now it's a 48. I would like to see the Diverge with a 30, 46 or a 44. This is another Diverge. This is the carbon model. I like this bike. It has great clearance. It's a pretty zippy bike. Yeah, it suits good long distance stuff as well. It's got rack and fender compatibility. The rear wheel setup though on the carbon ones, that through axle, you're a bit limited on your options potentially. That's another video. But let's have a look at the gearing. So we have here a 46 on the front. A 46 with only it's not even a 1-1 ratio. This one's a 1-1 ratio. But even 1-1 ratio isn't that. If you're going to do gravel grinding, steep climbs, if true adventure gearing, maybe throw some racks on there, a bit of bike packing, a 1-1 ratio, you're still going to be grinding or you're going to be walking. I don't know about you, but I can hold, on a good day, about 5.8 watts per kilo for 10 minutes. And I use a 1-1 ratio on some of my bikes. Some of my bikes I've got a 40 cassette in the back, road bikes. Some of my road bikes I put mountain bike cranks on them. So if I'm 5.8 watts per kilo for 10 minutes on a good day, why are we speccing flatlander gearing for the average punter who wants to do adventure cycling? Now, if this was my bike, I would buy one of these. I might buy one down the track. I don't know. I'm waiting for Giant, see what Giant's going to bring up. But the one by drive chains are right. But I would put probably a 30 on the front. And let's have a look at why I would do that. True adventure gearing. We have here a 3410 gearing. We'll give you about, tyre-wise, sorry, we'll have to 32 tyres. That will increase it a bit. Calculate. This is what bike companies should be doing. Work out how much speed people... I can sit at 43k an hour at 100 cadence, which is not that high cadence if you're talking big power. If you're talking 350 watts, then 100 cadence is good for that. Let's have a look at Bradley Wiggins quickly, just for people who don't understand spinning. Bradley Wiggins set the hour record, 105 cadence, about 470 watts, 53, 55, what's his speed? Fucking fast, alright? Fucking fast. He's basically span it out 105 watts. 105 cadence he's spanning out, 105 watts. 105 cadence, let's get back to that. So Bradley Wiggins is doing 105 cadence for an hour. If you're doing 105 cadence on your Diverge of a 3410, you're doing 45k an hour. When, in an adventure ride, are you going to be doing a TT on the flat at 45k an hour? I mean, you'd have to be a pro to do 45k an hour on the flat on a fucking adventure bike with 32mm tyres and maybe some racks on there. You have to be fucking banging out maybe 350, 400 watts, which only a few people on the planet can do for an hour. So let's have a look at another option, the 30. Let's see what the 30, 33, let's have a look at that. That's what I would probably run on this bike. True adventure bike. So we're talking 90 cadence, 35 cadence. When's the last time you did an adventure ride where you averaged 35k an hour? I mean, I averaged 35k an hour in a fucking hard road race with hills and shit. But when would you do that, alright? So these adventure bikes are really good, but the gearing ratios are really shit. I mean, we've got crit, you could race a crit on this bike, but you can't because it's got disc brakes. So why is it UCI legal? And you wouldn't race, no one's going to race a crit on this bike anyway, because people have their fucking crit bikes, like a Tarmac or a TCR or a Super 6 or whatever. So why are we speccing big gearing on there? Why is that? Because the average male ego is too full on to admit that spinning is winning. But all you have to do is look at Bradley Wiggins, Chris Froome, Lance Armstrong, Contador, the spinners, man. Rominger, all the high power, high cadence spinners. Mark Cavendish, spinning. All the best track riders, spinning. Pursuit riders, 110 cadence. If you're putting out big watts, you want to have a high cadence. If you're doing just cruising along, between 80 and 90 is fine. If you're under 200 watts, 80 and 90 is fine. If you're over 300, then 100 is probably going to be more like it. So the higher the power, the higher cadence wants to be. If you're doing big power, 1200 watt sprints, 130 plus. So there you go. You could still sprint at 50k an hour on a 30-10. 50k an hour on an adventure bike, on an adventure ride. No one's doing that. And if you're pedaling downhill, you're just increasing your chances of having a higher speed crash. I generally coast downhill. If you want to race downhill, do it, but you're better off just get a fucking downhill bike, full face helmet, and fucking race downhill, in my opinion. Because I've seen horrific crashes on road bikes, downhill. I don't recommend going hard downhill. So that's what I would do. If I was going to get a diverge, I'd run the motherfucking 30, and let's have a look at the gearing on the back. Let's have a look at the gearing on the back we would get with that bad boy. So it's a 42. 30, 42. And I'm still climbing 8k an hour at 90 cadence. You know, so it's nothing extreme. It'd be a good Everesting bike. It'd be good for the fine for the flats. Let's have a look at the flats. We'll be cruising at 30k an hour on the flat, you know, which is still pretty fucking fast. How many times do you average 30k an hour by yourself in the flat? You know, most times with a headwind or whatever. So there you go. That just proves that the gearing we have on bikes is pretty shit. Stock. It needs to get better. So Specialized, Giant, Cannondale, Trek, my opinion, in working with fucking noobs who buy your bikes, we get your bikes, we rip off the fucking group set, we rip off the chain set, or we rip off the cassette, and we put on a 40 on the back, or we put mountain bike cranks in the front. And a lot of people say, oh, but no, you just got to get stronger. No. Most people who buy your bikes don't even fucking ride them that much. And the main reason is the gearing is too fucking hard. So if you want actually people to buy your bikes and buy a new one in a couple of years' time, and get your fucking bikes to the top of the hills for the Instagram photos, for the free advertising, please put proper gearing on your bikes. Put on the mountain bike gear ratios up front. Put on the 40 cassette on the back. Because most motherfuckers who buy a bike ain't going to be racing crits. And for those who want to race crits, there's crit bikes, there's crit gearing. But please, why are we putting hard gearing on entry-level bikes or bikes designed for adventure riding or female? But how many girls really want to race a crit? Girls just want to get fit, they want to tone up, they want to lose some weight. They don't need to have criterium gearing on there. Let's put some proper climbing gearing on there, please. That's my rant, that's my rave. I can see Specialized is getting more gear friendly, but it's still too slow. We're buying your bikes and we're modifying them heavily. We're putting the 40 cassettes, we're putting the road links on there. We're changing, we're putting the mountain bike cranks on there. We shouldn't have to do that. But we do right now because no bicycle manufacturer on the market, correct me if I'm wrong, is actually speccing proper gearing for women's road bikes, men's adventure bikes, and Enduro style bikes. We want to do epic climbs. We want to spin. We don't want to have time off the bike because we've got tendonitis because we're grinding like it's 1994. Leave your comments down below, crew. Thanks for watching. See you on the road. Carb the fuck up. Spin to win. And hey, you don't have to agree with me, but Chris Froome proves you're fucking wrong.
What the fuck? Oi, are those fucking disc brakes on your fucking road bike, cunt? Are you fucking serious right now?